Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. We have a show full of the hottest topics everyone is talking about. We're all over social media, Facebook, X, IG, TikTok, and of course our official website, thestephennightshow.com. We can purchase your merch. If you'd rather watch us, go on our YouTube channel and you please comment and subscribe. Make sure you register to vote. We all know we have a very important election coming in November, and be on the right side of history. All right. Well, our question of the day. Well, first, before I get into the question today, Adam and Brittany, we haven't seen y'all in a while. Well, Adam actually stepped in last week for Hot Topics, but thank you all for joining again. How's everybody doing, Linnea? How y'all doing?
All right.
Hanging in there.
Right. It's a Monday.
It's a Monday.
It is a Monday.
All right. Well, our question of the day, is it harder? Which is harder? A friendship breakup or romantic breakup? I'll start with you, Linnea.
A friendship breakup.
You think that's all? Yeah. Okay.
What I'm learning as I get older, you actually are grieving if you value that friendship. So there's a grieving process, and I've gone through that with some friendships that I had.
Yeah.
And I know the type of friend that I am. And I'm like, if you're my friend and you're going through it, I feel it. So I'm a super empath. So like, if you don't like somebody, I ain't messing with that person. Like, that's the type of friend that I am. That's the friend that she can't tell you that. That's the type of friend that I am. So when I lose that, especially for what I do for people, I go hard for the people that I love.
Yeah.
When those relationships just like, and you don't even know why, the first thing for me is, what did I do? Because you're not adult enough to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And then I have to get out of that and be like, that person made a decision. I got to be okay with that decision and be okay with closing whatever that chapter was without any type, I guess, resolution.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Adam, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Linnea. I think, I think romantic relationships, and maybe this is just kind of how the culture is and things like that, but like, those aren't always guaranteed, and people think, oh, I break up all the time. People break up all the time. Romantic relationships may end. You never really think about a friendship ending when you start one.
Right.
You do think they're in it for the long haul, and this is going to be like, it's kind of almost natural, right? Like sometimes you become friends with people, and you're like, oh, I'll always be this person's friend. So when something goes wrong, it definitely is tougher.
Yeah, yeah. Brittany?
I do agree. I think it's friendships are harder. I think especially when that person knows everything about you, or if like knows a lot of secrets, and then they'd be like, she better keep everything I tell her or that we did together to herself. Like, you can't be petty and put my business out there because you know everything about me. Like,
right.
So it's almost like you gotta tread lightly with people that know too much information about you.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I think of, like Linnea said, or even Adam said, that romantic relationships sometimes they do end. You know what I mean? And that there's a bigger chance that ending than a friendship ending. And again, if somebody knows all your skeletons, that's your ride or die, and then they're no longer there. That can be, for me, more difficult, I believe.
Got years in. Like, we got more, 9 times out of 10, you've had more years in with your romantic partner.
Yeah.
So what do you do with that?
Yeah.
They're gonna have to kill you.
Right.
Who you gonna ride down on people with? Like,
right.
So when you get like have something, an issue or something, who gonna ride with you now?
Mm-hmm. Let's read some of the comments. So Felicia said, both. I've dealt with both. Trina said, they're both difficult. And a friend, whew, that's painful. And it sort of crosses over because certainly a friendship was established with your boo too. Ramon said, at this age, friendship, I don't have one person I consider a friend that I could see myself being without. I've never felt like that way romantically, even at my happiest. Someone said same pain. Someone said both. Katie said both, but friendship, I would say. Let us know what you think. Tweet it or go on X, tweet us, and let us know which is harder, friendship breakup or romantic breakup. All right. Well, today was the solar eclipse. It took place across the country as totality arrived. Many people turned into an event, and some people traveled from all over the world to be closer to it, where they could really witness it up close. In your prospective cities, what did you do? How'd you celebrate, Adam? What was going on in DC?
Yeah, so we had, I think they said 86% totality. So I went outside. I have my solar shades here.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I went and just, I had to work today. So I actually, when it was about to start, I went to my back porch and just brought my laptop out there and just kind of looked up every once in a while. It's cool. I know they put a lot into it this year. They kept talking about it nonstop, but I felt it get a lot colder when it happened. And the birds around here were definitely like a little more wild. They were just chirping and all over the place and making a lot of noise. But yeah, it was fun. It's again, you see it for a few minutes, get back to work, look up a few minutes later, you kind of do that routine. But it was cool to see it.
Yeah. And in Arkansas, 50 couples got married during that totality. And then I saw some people get engaged as well. Linnea, and what in your area, how was it?
It just looked like it got cloudy over here because I'm between PA and Jersey, so
Right.
it just looked like it got cloudy. And I'll be back and forth in between my parents. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. So at this particular juncture, it could have been a whole eclipse. If it would have been dark, I probably would have just sat in my car and took a nap.
Yeah.
At this point. So
And they said a lot of animals got confused. Wildlife got confused. Some thought it was like, oh, are we supposed to be asleep? Are we supposed to be doing, whatever? But they got confused. Brittany, how was it? I know you're here in Atlanta with me. How was it for you?
I didn't know it was a big deal. So I just stayed at my desk. I was in the office today.
Oh, you didn't do
So
that? We had an event at work. We worked together.
oh no, I didn't. I
You
didn't
didn't
go
go to it?
downstairs. I heard
Yeah.
everybody playing the music and it got dark. So I was like, I tried to go to the window and look, and then they was like, don't look directly at it.
Yeah,
So I didn't get the glasses. So I didn't do anything special. Now I feel bad. I didn't understand what it was. I thought I didn't understand it. So
well, it's not gonna happen again for 20 years. So
hopefully I'll be
You
alive.
got time.
we have time, right?
Yeah, hopefully I'll be.
Well, so,
Put it on your calendar right now.
so I work from
I'm
home
gonna make sure I have the glasses next time.
with the glasses. I work from home on Monday, so I was here and I saw it getting dark, but I was watching it on TV. And so as it went from Mexico got it first, and then across, I think someplace in Texas got it. So I was watching reactions, but I never saw it. I just saw it get dark. That's all. But I will say when it happened last time in 2017, I was actually outside, and I almost pulled a Donald Trump and looked up, but I didn't. But but yeah, well, we'll see what happens in 20 years. We'll see what happens in 20 years. Okay, well, today, Jonathan Majors found himself back inside a courtroom for sentencing after he was found guilty last December in domestic assault trial involving his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. According to AP News, Jonathan avoided jail time and was sentenced to probation. He was ordered to complete, a 52-week in-person batterers intervention program, as well as continue with his mental health therapy. As previously reported, he was dropped from Marvel following the guilty verdict. In his first sit-down interview after the trial, the actor maintained his innocence. Linnea, what do you think about this sentence, probation, and and the 52-week in-person batterers intervention program? What are your thoughts?
I don't think it was ever about giving him jail time. Personally, I feel like it was just to make a point, to bring him down a peg or two. At this particular juncture, even with everything that they had against her, to still find him guilty, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
he's an amazing actor. I don't know how he is as a person, but he's an amazing actor. And in our lives, we all have had situations to where we may have made dumb decisions and done something stupid. Unfortunately, for certain people, in the world that we live in, they would rather hold it over your head for life, so you can no longer move forward. So I don't know what that looks like for him, moving forward, um, and people being so quick to cut him off,
Yeah.
which is a shame, because then you know what people really, if people really are for you when stuff goes down.
Mm.
I mean, hell, Diddy somewhere right now, right? On the beach
Miami. Yep.
with young Miami with his ass out. And I
Right.
heard somebody told me that he put up a video asking for prayers or something. I don't know how true that is.
It was some fans had saw he's been in Miami lately. They passed him and he asked for prayers from the fans.
Okay. I'm gonna need him to go sit his ass down somewhere.
Yeah.
Now that's when I'm not gonna be,
Right.
on his own with that. I hope that he's able to recover. But this means starting over, and I don't know what that looks like for him. He may have to go the route that Nate Parker has gone. Nate Parker has definitely solidified himself in the college realm of helping aspiring filmmakers, which is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
We haven't really seen he's another amazing actor who has gone through.
We haven't seen, yeah.
And we haven't seen him, but he's definitely been working behind the scenes with these emerging college filmmakers.
Okay. Okay. Brittany, what are your thoughts on this? What he was sentenced to?
I'm glad that, it was like jail time or anything, but I do hope that he can use the opportunity to learn from it. I think that sometimes, you know, in dating, we have to learn hard lessons. I mean, we've all either dated the wrong person or just made a mistake in choosing people correctly by their character. So hopefully, sometimes our decisions can be detrimental and we have to learn the tough way. I just hope he can take this lesson, whatever the lesson is for him, whether it is something that he actually did, whether it was just choosing the wrong people to associate with, or whatever, and learn from it and apply it going forward. I mean, I think my grandfather used to be like, our decision of who we attach ourselves with in life for the rest of our life be the most important decision. It can either make you or break you. So going forward, he's not married to anybody. Just be careful who you date.
Yeah. Adam, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with Brittany. I think this will be a learning lesson for him. I didn't follow the case too much. Just kind of briefly caught up on the details right now. But first of all, I don't think this will delay his career. But 34 years old, he's got several decades ahead of him to be a star. He'll be back. He's talented, like Linnea said, and. Of course, celebrities don't get jail time. Not that I'm making a big point of but of course, he's a big celebrity, so he was going to probably get handed something like this. So yeah, I think hopefully he learns, and I hope that he'll be back. And I said this on movie reviews before, maybe even here. For some reason they give Mel Gibson work, and he was a lot worse. So Mel Gibson's still in movies.
Right.
Hollywood is quick to forget the past sometimes and just put you back in the scene. So I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, I think he needs some time to step away. And step away. Let people forget you for a little bit and then come back, But I did see something, listening to you, Brittany, I did see something, because I always do listen to these self-help videos. And one of them said that when a relationship ends, romantic or friendship relationship, that you don't bash the person you were with, respect the two people there and there, and don't ask yourself, I would say we wasted our time. Say, what did I need to learn from this? What did I learn this about myself so that you move on and become a better version of you? Okay, you had to watch the video. I just told you what it said. It's 20 minutes.
Thanks, Steven.
All right. All
I
right,
love
there's this
it. I love
girl. I
it.
don't know who she is. Her name is Lily Allen. I think she was an artist, music artist, and she has a podcast with another young lady. I don't know who she is. I don't know who she is either. But
It's going
Oh,
good
wait,
so far.
Wait, you have to prep Brittany before you say it because you know she's a Beyonce.
that's what I'm doing for Brittany. I know.
You
This
gotta
one,
prep Brittany before you say it.
Brittany, brace yourself. So you know
Okay.
Beyonce just released Cowboy Carter, right?
Yes.
This girl says that she thought that the album wasn't that great. She thought it was forced. She thought it was the covers were boring. Her opinions, right? Now, mind you, she's an artist that she doesn't do music anymore because no one's buying it. But I saw today, I don't know if it was the same episode of the podcast, but now she's saying that Beyonce's had, to be 42, 43 years old, she's had to have work done. As they get older, people get older, with that much money, they have to tuck here and tuck that. Like, why is this woman on Beyonce's neck? Brittany, you being the resident Beehive member, what are your thoughts to this Lily Allen woman?
Sounds like a fan. I mean, doesn't she? She sounds like she's a fan of Beyonce too. I mean, I don't know anybody nowadays that don't want work done. I mean, whether it is a lift, bow tie, boob implant, something. Everybody always wants something done. People doing the hairline up here, the beard injections, like everybody doing something nowadays. So, anybody that don't want work done. I haven't heard the whole Beyonce, the cowboy or the country music album. I heard a few songs, like it. And then she took one song and added bounce music to that. And that's like a New Orleans thing. And, like my family from Louisiana, we love bounce music. So I feel like she tried to put her own spin on country music. And I like it. I kind of like it. I do like Miley Cyrus's version of Jolene better.
No, you do?
I do. I like Miley's better than Beyonce's. And
Okay.
so I do like that better. But Beyonce, I can appreciate it. So, and then she gave K Michelle her flowers.
Yeah.
He sent her flowers for, doing her thing in country too. And then Rumi is now the youngest person in history to be on the billboards from this album. So I think, she definitely trying to put her family on with Blue and Rumi and all of them.
Yeah.
So I respect it.
Yeah. So I was forced to listen to that. Not that I wouldn't have listened to it, but I was forced to listen to it this weekend by a Beehive member. And so I listened to it while I was cleaning up and doing other things. And what I love about, to me, people saying it's a masterpiece. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think it's a good album. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a masterpiece. But what I like about what she's doing for different genre of music, she's reminding who were the originators. You know what I mean? And she you can tell she put a lot of work into it. For me, what was the highlight? Because the first song I did listen to when the album came out was Jolene, because I love Dolly Parton's version, and I didn't realize and listen to the album that Dolly Parton speaks before that, and she says, somebody Becky with the good hair. Well, I had a run in with someone similar with auburn hair, and I thought that kind of set it off. But Miley Cyrus is on the album with Beyonce, and everyone's saying that's one of the best songs. I did love the song she did with Willie Nelson. There were some few songs that I did, oh, okay, I really like that. But I loved what she does for the culture. So I mean, I've never been a Beehive member, but I do like what she does for the culture and how she
Jay-Z dropped nuggets to it. Do you feel like Jay-Z dropped nuggets to it? Like he hinted at it, saying it doesn't matter what genre, and now here she is blending genres. Do you get that vibe from it?
Probably, but I did see that the bounce. It's all when the Texas Hold'em song. I never heard the song in totality until I listened to the album this past weekend. I'd heard clips on TikTok and everything, everyone doing dances. But I do like that song, and she did a remake this release, I think last Friday, of that song. That has more of the New Orleans, theme to it. So yeah, listen, I think if you're an artist, a good artist, you can do what you want to do. And there's always going to be, especially when you're at the top, there's always going to be someone who's going to have something to say. That's just what it is. I remember when Whitney Houston released "I Will Always Love You," this family sued their neighbors because they played the song so much. So, anyway, Adam, what are your thoughts on Lily?
So I do know who Lily Allen is because she was a big British singer in the 2000s and stuff like that. I didn't know she had a podcast, or I didn't follow any of her music. This sounds like one of those calculated things again, where they're like, "Hey, I have a new album maybe coming out. I don't know if she does, but like, how do I get into that Twitter sphere and be talked about? And now we're talking about her, and now Steven, you didn't even know who she was, and now she's some British artist. So, sometimes the controversy just kind of builds it up. And again, I don't know if it's like a marketing thing or if it's just offhanded comment or whatever, but it's putting her in the news. So it's hard to tell what's real and what's like kind of staged.
Yeah, because I saw the clip last week and then I saw the clip today. I'm thinking, why is this woman so invested in Beyonce if you don't like her? Or not saying they shouldn't like her, but you're speaking negative about her. Why are you, Linnea, what are your thoughts?
I have not finished the album yet. I started listening to it over the weekend. I will say this. Beyonce, she just got the Innovator Award.
Yeah.
iHeartRadio, whatever. And what she is doing is showing you is that you can't put me in a box.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want the same way anybody else can do whatever they want. And I don't know who I just had this. I think it was with Jay. We had just had this conversation, and I said the only other person who has done that and he refused to be put in a box, and I love him dearly, is Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, yeah.
Where you transcend over everything.
Yeah, transcend genre.
You're transcend over everything. So I appreciate that about her, because the next one is going to be rock.
Rock, yeah.
And keep it always funky. There's always been a part of me that loves country because there are certain artists that I like and there are certain songs that I like.
And the storytelling for me.
And the storytelling. There are certain rock artists that I love, that I grew up with, that I appreciate. So I can't wait to hear whatever that's going to be. I appreciate her for acknowledging Blackbird was originally by Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney, yeah.
And I love that she incorporated these young Black women, women who were already in country. And they sound amazing on Blackbird. I love that she incorporated Dolly. I love that she incorporated Willie Nelson, and I love that she incorporated Linda Martell.
Yes.
Because we're talking about someone who was the first.
The very first. Yeah.
The very first. And Linda Martell, her and Dolly are actually both through the album a little bit.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You get to hear them at different points throughout the album. So I appreciate that. She got Shabuzi on there. I do love the one with Miley Cyrus. I do love Jolene. Her version of Jolene is "I'm beat your ass, keep playing."
Right, pretty much.
So I love her version of Jolene, because she put her spin on it. Dolly got hers, and Molly has hers. So listening to them, I love 16 Characters too. So I'm still going. For me, I got to keep listening,
right?
And keep listening. But there are already several that I like. I do like the one with her and Post Malone.
Yeah.
So it's I'm back and forth, what I like, because I'm gonna keep listening to it. But there's one thing that you can't do is tell me that I can't do something.
Right. Because then I'm gonna do it.
Because then I'm gonna do it.
Right. Yeah.
And I will do it well.
Before we go to break, real quick, they try to catch Reba McEntire slipping. Reba said, "Not today." So she was coming out of a store, and TMZ went up to her and said, "Hey, Reba, what are your thoughts on Beyonce going country?" And I love Beyonce, and we welcome her, and she's a wonderful artist. Da, da, da. She said, "Well, Joy Behar said that she prefers Beyonce's version of Jolene to Dolly's because Dolly's is anti-feminist." And she said, and then they said, "What do you thought?" She said, "It's a beautiful day, isn't it?" And then they said, do you prefer one other? She said, no. He got in the car. Bye. Raven said, yeah, get me in this. Raven said,
They be trying it. Like they be trying it. Amanda still said one damn thing, and then
right.
they put up a whole different headline
Yep.
to try to make it seem like it was something else, and it's on tape. Like,
Right.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
But to talk about that Lily chick real quick, that's clickbait. That's what
Yeah.
Yep.
she's jumping on that train. You know what I mean? And it's because I think Adam said it. It's for clickbait. She's
Yeah.
jumping on this train because you know that Beyonce is the subject of whatever right now. So she's jumping on the train to get attention. I don't think you want that beehive attention, boo.
They will get you.
I say one thing too. Like, I don't understand what they say is forced. Like, growing up in Texas, country music
Right.
is like
It's
what
in
we
her
are
blood.
raised on. Like, we are we have rodeo from March to
Rodeo,
February
yes.
all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we have trail rides. They shut down our freeway. Like,
Yep.
I feel like we all learned how to ride a horse at 5. Like, that is what we grew up on. So
Yeah.
it can't be forced when we come from Texas. Like, it's
Exactly.
just
Come from
that's in our blood. Like,
everything
Yeah.
in her is country. Texas, Louisiana, like
The way she talks. The way she talks.
the way she talks, like everything is country for
Yeah.
her. And
well,
that's
not too much on our talking. Like, we talk how
Y'all
we talk.
country. Y'all
oh no,
country.
y'all country.
Yeah.
Adam, we gonna say something?
Yeah, so I know I'm going to get us a little on topic, that off topic, and maybe I'm the only one that listens to vinyl records here. But have you guys heard this real controversy that people who pre-ordered the album have received them
Yes.
and it's missing tracks?
Like 4 or 5.
Yes, some people are missing 4, some people are missing 5, and they say the artist doesn't finalize their tracks, so when they pre-order, they gotta press these LPs,
Yeah.
months ahead of time. But yeah, how would you feel if you ordered this album and you were missing tracks?
Do you know beforehand how many tracks is on it when you pre-order?
I
So
don't know.
I got the notification to buy it because I had signed up for the Beehive.
Of course.
So they definitely email you and they tell you like it's about to come out and they tell you you're gonna get this, you're gonna get it. It tells you everything you're supposed to get, like a shirt, a poster, and all of this. I would be livid if I paid my money because I thought about it. I contemplated on it because sometimes she doesn't drop it on all platforms, and I
Yeah.
did not want to wait because that happened to me during Lemonade. So I was really gonna do it, but if I would have paid that money and then didn't get in all the tracks, I would have had a fit.
Someone said it's smart because then you have to buy the vinyl and the stream it or download or buy the CD. Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. Well, listen, we'll come back. When we come back, we'll talk about March Madness. The women are dominating this year. Talking about Mary J. Blige, her song Real Love is being sued, and much more. Right back after this.